By the way, I fucking called it. Remember before when I'm like, I bet when I watch the ending of My Hero Academia, I bet I'm gonna think the manga readers overblew it. Overblew the hate. And I'm like, I watched it and I'm like, not only are they wrong, I fucking like the ending. The ending, this like whole ending arc of My Hero Academia actually really made me appreciate My Hero Academia for the story that it is and for what it was trying to achieve. And it made me, like, for the longest time, I've talked about how, you know, Deku wasn't my favorite shonen protagonist, and even in the world of My Hero Academia, there are characters that I think is more interesting. But after finishing it, I was like, nah, Deku's the right protagonist. He might not be my favorite character in My Hero Academia, but he is definitely the protagonist that My Hero Academia needed. And the thing that confused me about the complaints about manga readers about the My Hero Academia ending was that I was like, damn, this was such a concise ending that just like conveyed its message so strongly. I was like, how are people like complaining about this? You know, what are people complaining about? I genuinely like, is it because like Deku didn't get the #1 ranking hero in like the rankings or something? I was like, why? What issue do people have with this ending? This ended on such a strong message and on such a succinct note that built up on like the core themes that it had been conveying the entire run. So many long-running shows fail at doing that, you know? So many long-running shows fail at keeping its final message being like nice and concise and consistent with what like the show always was. But My Hero Academia fucking achieved that. I was so fucking confused. They thought Deku being quirkless meant unemployment, bro. Maybe it's because I'm fucking unk now, but I'm like, yo, my boy growing up and being a reasonable member of society that didn't need like superpowers for him to bring value to society and help bring up a new generation of people. That's fucking respectable, man. That's a respectable fucking person right there. You know, my boy has responsibilities. And he has my respect, man. He has my respect. I don't know. I couldn't fathom what the hate for this ending was, man. But does he have aura? Did he ever have aura? No. In fact, not having aura was the entire fucking point of like Deku. That was the point. He never had the aura of All Might. You know, he never had that aura. The whole point of Deku in the end, which they literally spell it out, was that he made people want to like help him. He kind of like lit this fire to kind of like unite people to, instead of like rely on someone else, you know, he ignited this passion within even normal people to try and be like a better person, to try and be a hero, to try and just help out the person on the streets, you know? That's it. That's it. I don't know. Job application aura. Weakness is his strongest power. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you very much. Yeah, weakness was his power as a hero, as a symbol. All right, now to actual peak.